Alright guys, welcome back to 4-3 Outdoors. This is Josh. Today is Saturday morning. It is a rainy, windy day and it ain't fit to do much. So I finally got some parts that I ordered for my AR today. I ordered some stuff off eBay. I got a 12-inch free float. This is an M-Lok handguard. What I'm wanting to do is get some weight off of this gun, get this big old ridiculous quad rail off. Back when I put this rifle together, that was kind of the cool thing, the big quad rail, full length, and other than being just oversized, heavy, I've hated it. So we're going to get rid of that today. And I also got a little muzzle brake and get rid of that A2 flash hider. This is the TPI Compact, similar to what's on my Ruger, but I don't know, I think it's a no-name brand, but they're all basically the same. But all the reviews on this one was very good. It said it was very similar to a Jerry Mitchell brake for nearly, probably less than half price. So we're going to give it a try. I ordered all this stuff, I believe it was last Sunday, and I usually kind of pick something close to where I live so I can get it in a couple days. And I think this handguard come out of Kansas City, Missouri, and it took till today to get it. I don't know what, it wasn't the seller's part by any means, but it ended up, it should have went from Kansas City to St. Louis and then my house in roughly 2 days, and it spent most of the week in Chicago according to the tracking number, so I don't know how it ended up there, but I finally got it today. So we're going to start getting this gun kind of tore down, and I bought this as a complete upper, so I haven't really tore into an upper too far. I have had this handguard off, and I've had this gun tore down pretty far cleaning it, but I haven't ever took the barrel nut off or nothing, so let's see what we're going to get into. This shouldn't be too big of a deal. See what we can do here. So the first thing I'm going to do today is get this scope off here. I have a Burris PEPR mount, and this is a quick detach mount. I haven't had it on and off too many times, and it's supposed to always return to 0, and it does a decent job. I won't say it does a perfect job, but for an AR it's okay. I always wanted that on there in case your optic fails, and then you can always deploy your backup sights. So I didn't figure there was a lot of need to having a regular set of rings. Plus, I got a pretty good deal on this. It was used on a trading page, but they just didn't like it, so I got it for about half price. Same we're gonna do is we'll go ahead and double check our chamber, and it is empty, and we'll go ahead and take the upper off the lower. All right, so I got it mocked up, the upper and the vice block here, and we're gonna have to remove this screw here. One thing you're going to want to have is a nice bit set with all your bits that you'll possibly need. Picked this up very inexpensive at a trade event a while back, and it's dedicated just out here for my gun stuff. So this has a collar that kind of just jam nuts itself, but it should come right off here. I have to adjust it out just a little bit, and we will unthread it. Alright, this being aluminum is not super heavy, but compared to this, it's night and day difference. So I'm just going to slip this over. Yeah, I think that's going to look pretty good. Clears our gas block anyway. Alright, next thing I'm going to do is get rid of this flash hider. I do have a Tapco wrench, and I also have an Armor's wrench. I think either one. This Armor's wrench is going to have a little more leverage. So let's get it off. Next thing we're going to do is get our gas block and get it removed. Alright, let's get this gas block off. And you don't want to do that, drop your set screw, but I can find it. It is a hardwood floor. We will walk it off. So this gun probably has approximately 3,000 to 4,000 rounds through it. I have shot it quite a bit. It's been a very good gun. It's been very reliable. At first I had a few reliability issues, but it was due to a faulty extractor. And I overhauled the bolt wall back and put an extractor and firing pin and gas rings, and it has been 100% flawless since then, and I have shot quite a bit since then. Alright, next thing we're going to do is remove the barrel nut that come on it. I'm going to use my armorer's wrench here. And I know somebody's going to ask, but these are just some wooden pieces I made to kind of make some soft jaws for this vise. I never have bought a set of actual soft jaws, so this does the trick for me. It's just some scrap pieces of wood nailed together, and then I've kind of taped them to the jaws. And you can still clamp down stuff really tight, but it doesn't mar on stuff as bad. And this block here for this upper, it's no big deal on the steel, but sometimes I put an action in there, and the wood actually does a pretty good job. So let's get this barrel nut off. While we got this barrel stripped down, I'm going to clean it up a little bit. It's got a little bit of carbon residue on it. It's a good time to do it while this handguard's off. This is just a 5.56 barrel. It is 1 9 twist. It is a Mennonite barrel, and it's been fairly decent. With some hand loads, I have got some sub MOA groups with it, but generally I shoot this Wolf Gold, and it shoots inch and a half, 100 yards. I have stretched the Wolf Gold out to 500 yards, and it seems to do pretty good. Alright, before we put a barrel nut on, we're going to put some of this like arrow shell grease that everyone recommends. Anti-seize will also work. You just want something on these threads. Okay. I also degreased all the threads before. Alright, we got the barrel nut torqued on. I went ahead and wiped the barrel down with some protectant since we have the handguard off. So we're going to slide our gas tube back on and gas block. Get it all lined up, and we will put our set screws back in. Alright, I had to spin it around and get rid of my wood pieces so I could torque the nut just a little bit more to get everything to line up. So that's probably the biggest downfall of this cheaper system, is the amount of distance between the screws. But I believe everything worked out. So let's set it on here. Line up a rail. Alright, everything looks pretty good there, so we'll put some of these screws in, and I think we'll have our handguard installed. Putting just a dab of blue Loctite on these. Okay, I got 2 more on the bottom. We'll get those in, and then we'll work on our muzzle. Last thing we have to do is put the muzzle device on. It has a crush washer, and the coned out part, as you can see, facing this way, goes towards the stock, and then the concave, the hollowed indentation, goes downrange. So we'll put that on there, thread this on, get it all timed and clocked, and we will be done. And I'll give you a before and after photo and some final thoughts. include our install today. I got the front flip-up sight back on. But first thoughts about this is you can get a really good grip on this handguard. I don't see that there's any need to put that vertical grip back on right now. This is a cheaper eBay kit. I gave, I think, $32 for the rail, and I think I gave $15 or $16 for the muzzle device. So it is on the lower end. There's no instructions, and you kind of gotta know what's going on to put it on. But an average person that messes with these guns shouldn't have no trouble. As far as the barrel nut, getting it clocked right, I had to get it pretty tight, and I think I got it pretty good right now. But it clears the gas block okay. I went with the M-Lok because there are some, I think it's Kinetic Development Group has some like quick detach deals. I think it's kind of neat. So if I ever want to put something on this, I think that's probably the route I'll go. I really don't see putting anything on this gun, but eventually it might get a flashlight or something, but I really don't plan on it. But kind of with the M-Lok, I'm going to take this out to the range maybe Monday if the weather's nice. I will probably take the scope back off, confirm 0 with my flip-up sights, and then I'll put my scope back on and confirm 0 with it. So plans for this gun, maybe next spring. I'd like to try 3-gun a little bit. There's a place about 2 hours from me that does 3-gun on Saturdays, I believe. So I'd like to give that a try. That's why I picked up that Jerry Mitchell-like shotgun. I have just a stock Glock 19. That'll be my handgun, and then this will be my AR. Kind of looking forward to see how this shoots. It's got a good feel to it, and I really like it. I think we definitely improved it. So that's all for today. I want to thank everybody for watching. See you later.